What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Blueprints. Last episode was technically the final episode, but I realized there's something quite important that we forgot to do. We need to investigate the outcome of the bling ploop. So this episode is going to be a very short episode where we investigate the outcome of the bling ploop. I have had to do all bazillion runs to get the shrine and eventually draft the pool in the pump room such that we can empty the fountain. I'm on day 129 now. I didn't do anything interesting on any of the runs. I reset a whole bunch of them early and just grinded it out to get the stupid pump room. We finally got the stupid pump room successfully. And here it is. So our goal now is to empty the fountain, which should be quite easy and should not require this thing, which is still full. So it seems like some people don't understand the pump control. I was watching a YouTuber VOD of someone streaming the game and interacting with chat, and he was trying to solve this puzzle and get all the water out of the pool without having HVAC connected and without having any water in here. And he asked his chat, do I have everything I need to solve this puzzle? And they said no. Presumably they were implying that he needed HVAC in order to solve the puzzle, but that you only need HVAC for the reservoir. You can put the water wherever you want without having this active at all. You only need this for the reservoir, right? And the reason for that is, if you look at the pipe layout, or even the diagram, pump 2 is the middle pump. It allows you to pipe water into 1 and 2 from either tank. So you can move water from tank 1 to tank 2 and vice versa, or from anything from pump 1 to anything in pump 3. So you can move water from anywhere to anywhere, basically, by using 1 and 2 as intermediaries and pulling the water out of one tank into here and pushing it back in the other tank, or vice versa, right? So people don't seem to understand that for some reason. There's a reason this is called the reservoir, right? It's the reservoir. The fountain's also a reservoir, right? I believe it's the fountain, right? Yeah, 1 and 2 are both reservoirs because they're connected to pump 2, which again can pull out of either tank or push into either tank. So the fountain and the reservoir both act as a reservoir. Fun fact. So for instance, if we want to empty the fountain, all we have to do is draw water from here into these tanks. Unfortunately, both of these tanks are full, so actually the first thing we should probably do is fill the pool back up. So to do that, you go over here, do this, drain all the water, and you'll notice the pool is connected here, right? It's number 6, it's connected to tank 1, right? Tank 1, pool 6, use the back pump. But if you like, now I want to put more water in the pool, how could I do that? There's no more water in the tank. Well, all you have to do is put this switch up in the middle, make sure this is rotated to go to the tank that's empty, and then just pick anything that has water in it. So for instance, we can pull out of the fountain because the fountain is a reservoir, right? It's connected to the middle pump. So now we can pull water out of the reservoir or the fountain into the tank, and then the pool pump is still active, so we just push this button again, and now it'll drain out of this tank and go into the pool. Right, so it's kind of like a Towers of Hanoi problem in a sense. Maybe it was even inspired by that. That's like a very traditional computer science problem, right? So we pull one more out of the fountain, and we put it in the pool. You can't stop it in the middle, unfortunately. It's kind of annoying, but you know. Put this here. I guess the light colored gray is probably like the default levels where it started at or something. So now the pool is full. We can't move any more water there. So what we're going to do is we have 4 more units of water that we have to move, plus the 3 units of water that's in here. Is we're just going to fill up the reservoir again. Also, the pump's going the wrong way, and you can't change it while it's filling, unfortunately. Getting the reservoir to level 6 is a little bit annoying. I'm actually not sure what the laboratory experiment does. It says remove 1 level from the reservoir. Maybe that just permanently removes water. But that doesn't seem that great, because you do actually want the water sometimes, like to fill up the fountain again. Yeah, so now we pull out of the fountain, which is a little bit annoying. To move between fountain and reservoir is a bit annoying, because you can't just press the buttons. You have to flip the lever every time. Yeah, we should have plenty of room here, so now the fountain is empty. Right? Then later we can move the reservoir back down if we wanted. We just have to find the stupid room. So probably I'll go look at the fountain and then I'll fill the fountain back in. Because it's not a super useful path. Also, I lost my master key when I was hard resetting a bunch of times. I forgot to put it back in code check, so rip master key. We'll have to buy it again one day. But, you know, that's how it goes. Grab the coin so it stops beeping. How do we get out? Oh, fuck. How do we get out? Oh my god, everything's a dead end. Why can't we go straight here? Dude, the black border, it messes with me every time. Oh my god. Did we buy all the food already? I don't know if we did. We should check. No, we didn't. Let's buy more food. We don't have that many footsteps to waste. Alright, how do we get out? I guess we go this way and then this way. An Ares flag. That's a dead end. I think the den's probably a dead end. Not really, I don't know. Could go this way. We didn't spread any fruit. I think I'm gonna go down the elevator, even though it takes longer. Just to save some footsteps. Because again, it took me like, I don't know, 10 days in game. Like 10 rerolls to get the pump room and a bunch of, you know, probably like 2 hours worth of playing. So I don't really ever want to do that again. So I kind of want to put the reservoir back to where it was in case I feel like playing the game again in the future, just so I don't have to deal with that nonsense. But first we're gonna go investigate the bling ploop. We have to see the results of our hard work. We did so many bling ploops, a million bling ploops, and it's time to see what happens. There it is. Alright, are you ready everyone? The bling ploops. Dramatic reveal in 3, 2, 1. The bling ploops! Look at all the bling ploops! Man, that doesn't look as impressive as I hoped. It actually doesn't spread very far. I guess that kind of makes sense, right? Because you can't drop it below this step, otherwise it would land here. Man, that's a lot of coins, but not, like, kind of less than I expected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50. I count 50 coins. That's a quite even number. I'm not going to pick them up, obviously, because this is a lot of work. Yeah, so... Again, I'm sure somebody has done this with many more coins. Maybe I can find a picture after, I'll look it up, but... It's a pretty even distribution, too, interestingly. Wonder how they decide where they go. But there you go. This is the results of our bling ploop. It's only 50 coins. It's really not worth picking up. A single freezer gets you like 120 or more coins. We have 50 steps. Probably we can just walk back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so we have to go entrance hall. I'm gonna go walk back to the pump room and put it back into the correct state. Also, we can eat dinner, which is nice. Let's just do that. We shouldn't need to, but we'll just do it for safety purposes if I get lost and somehow waste a lot of steps. We'll make sure we get back to the pump room. Also, doing the reservoir again is probably going to be annoying. We'll see how tedious it is. We shouldn't have to go into foundation. We should be able to go west here, I think. Through this place, through the classroom, around here, I think through the kitchen, if I recall. Through the pool. Oh, the pool is filled up. Haven't seen that in a while. And there's 2 chests in there. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to see it full with the open chests. Alright, and then we have to put the water back into the fountain. So that is the result of our hard work. The bling ploop is a bunch of coins spread on the stairs, if you were wondering what the mechanic does. I was, like I said, kind of hoping there was more. There's actually surprisingly few coins. At least it looks like few coins, you know? Maybe we empty this tank. Let's empty this tank. Why not? Okay, you have to do some like weird acrobatics to get the reservoir back to the right level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we need 3 units out of the reservoir, which means we need 1 unit in a tank, which we can do by drawing from the pool, because the pool is 9 units. So we need to draw this from the pool. Oh, I can't change this while the pool's draining. See it in the corner up there, slowly draining. Okay, we're gonna flip this lever, and then we're going to put water back in the fountain. So let's see, what do we need here? 4, 5, 6. We need to pull 3 units out of the reservoir. Which means we need to put the pool in one of these tanks. And then we need to put those 4 units into the reservoir. And then we're going to pull them back out of the reservoir and put them in tank 2. So yeah. I'm going to pull them back out. Now we have 1 unit of water in the pool, which is very important, right? Because we need to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need to draw 3 units out of the reservoir. So we're going to pull 1 unit out of the pool and put it in this tank. And then this tank has 1 unit of water in it and 3 units of air. And now we can draw out of the reservoir into that tank with the remaining 3 units. That's the only way to get the reservoir to level 6, is to have a tank with 1 unit of water and to pull 3 units out. Right, and now the reservoir is at the correct level. It's at 6 for the boat to work. And now we go back over here and fill up the pool, which requires 9 units of water, which we're gonna get from somewhere. I don't actually remember where. Actually, no, we don't want to fill up the pool. What am I doing? Wait, we want the pool empty, right? Because we want to get the treasure. Whoopsie. Okay, we're filling up the fountain. We're emptying the pool. Right, of course. Yes, and then both tanks would just remain full. Because we want the kitchen full, we want the greenhouse full, we want the aquarium, doesn't matter, it's a one-time puzzle. Yeah, so now we're back to the right thing, right? So you can have the fountain full to bling ploop, and the reservoir at level 6 for the boat, and then the pool empty for the loot. And then greenhouse full for the gem flowers, and kitchen full for the watering can. There you go. That's your amazing pump room tutorial. Probably if you don't already understand it, then that didn't help you understand it any better, but alas. This is upgraded, right? Did we get the experiment? Oh, we don't have an experiment today. Okay, also I don't really have anything to code check, nor do I have a code check, so I think that's it. Thanks everybody for watching. That was the bling ploop and the pump room. And that is the end of this Let's Play, most likely. I don't think I'll play it again. It's been fun. I'll catch you all later. Bye.